Welcome back to Sunday League Football, where it's a top of the table clash, Palmer's FC versus Gateway. If you've been watching for a while, you know Gateway are a tough physical side. If you're new to this series, then Gateway are a tough physical side. And recently they grabbed their first bit of silverware in the Division 1 Knockout Cup.
I don't think I can, mate.
And that's how it ended, 1-0 to the Gateway against Scruttons in the final. And they've now got their eyes on the double, just like we did last season. As for this season, it's been tough. We basically just need to win all of our remaining games and hope results go in our favour. Very, very unlikely. So with all that in mind, let's find out today's starting lineup. Okay, starting in between the sticks, we have Frank. We've got a back three of Tony, Dan and Graham. Left wing back is Knowlesy. Right wing back, there's a change, Mike. In the middle, we've got Luke and Elliot. Ahead of them is Kieran in the cam. And then up top today, it's Connor and Nick. Over on the bench today, it's these fine specimens. It's Scottish, Liam, Wazza, Too Good and Sam. So I think that's pretty much everything. At half time, I'm going to announce something, so hold tight for that. But until then, let's crack on with the first half.
Yes, mate.
Alright, so first action of the game is with number 8 on that far side, who sticks a ball in towards number 20. He can't get his foot on it, and that goes out for a throw. Unfortunately, everyone's in the way down here, so this is how you fix it. Drag the rope, and Wayne will go. He don't look happy. He don't look happy at all. But look at that, now we can see. Also, I want to say thank you to everyone that came and watched as well. We're getting a lot of support recently. A lot of people still ask if you're allowed to watch. Of course you are. More than welcome. Moving on, and the ball is in the air. It's a free header here for number 15, who nods it onto number 20, who gets ahead of Tony there. We've seen this guy before. He's a problem, and now he's at Gateway. He's even more of a problem as he sticks it up towards that back post, but luckily for us, Frank is there to grab it safely. Continued early pressure here from Gateway as they throw it into number 10. Dan gets his foot to it to clear it, and that is out to Kieran now. He gives it to Luke, who plays it forward first time to Nick. Nick then nods it on to Connor here, who gets beyond his man, and the second one, as you can see, is completely surrounded by white shirts here. Goes for goal from distance, but completely slices it. That's well wide, and out for a goal kick. Is Tony now picking the ball up on the halfway line, up to Kieran. Nice little turn from him there as he dinks it in towards the box, but that's over Connor's head. Number 4's chasing it down. Connor's putting pressure on him as he clears it down the line, but it's not clear. That is only as far as Mike, looking for a good delivery here, and he does that as well. Up for Nick, but number 2 gets ahead to it, and that's out for the corner. Corner's taken by Luke on that far side. Looks like Mike's going for it, but number 15 gets his head to it, and that is another corner on this near side now. Knowles is there to whip this one in, and it's towards the back post this time. Elliot gets his head to it, but that is out for the goal kick. It looks like the goalkeeper can't take the goal kicks today, must be injured or something, as the ball finds itself on the halfway line. Dan clears it, case for a handball there, but the ref plays on as Connor picks it up, gives it to Mike. We're looking for another good delivery from him this time, and as he puts that in, that is straight into the keeper's hands. The keeper immediately throws it up towards number 20 here. Anyone else in this is bouncing over him, but this lad is tall as he flicks it over Graham here, but Dan's there to head it back in our direction. Mike brings it down, gives it to Elliot. How's this for a little turn? Lovely from him there. And here's a ball through to Nick, but that was blocked by the defender. That would have been on. Throwing now from Gateway over that far side. Headed on there from the number 6, but Luke clears it back up the field. Flick from Nick up to Connor. And he's got the pace on number 5 here, who's under pressure and puts that one out for a corner. Luke with the delivery over that far side this time, but that is straight into the keeper's arms. He's dropped it. Kieran puts it in the net, but that is a foul on the keeper, says the ref. He's the number 5 now, taking the free kick as it's sent up towards the halfway line. Out of nowhere, bullet header from Kieran to send us back on the attack now as Nick gets it down. Goes beyond the number 5, hits it with a right, but he's sliced it, and that is hitting the side netting. Unlucky. Goal kick this time is taken by the number 4 as it bounces just past Elliot there, but Mike's there to take it down. But he's under pressure from 10 and 20. 20 gets the ball off of him as he skips past Luke as well here, and now he's got plenty of space to run into. You can see how quick he is here. Mike's struggling to keep up with him, but luckily for us, Tony's there to take it off of him and play it up the line towards Luke. Luke then skips past the number 6 here and gets beyond number 93 as he puts it up to Nick, but he loses out to number 2. Ball's in the air, and no fear from Mike there as he wins the header. Referee's blown up for a free kick, but it's actually gone in our favour. As you can see, if we look at it again, Mike's got his eyes on the ball as he wins the header there, but what it's brought back for is a slight kick out there from number 6. Referee spotted it. It's actually a free kick to us. And so it's Nosey that stands over it. We're looking for a good delivery from him here.
Well, hello.
Yes!
Superb start indeed. That's 1-0 to Palmer's FC. First of all, great delivery from Nosey there to find Connor in between the two defenders. Glancing header past the keeper. A lot of help from the post there, but who cares? It's in the back of the net. Gotta love that. Kick-off. And from kick-off, the ball's with 93 over that far side. He gives it to 23, who's looking for number 6, but he's already made the run, and Luke picks up the loose ball and sticks it over the top to Connor, who's quicker than the defenders, but the keeper is off his line and beats him to it. He's number 20 now, picking it up as he nods it forward. Dan gets there ahead of the number 10, but it's a high foot from him, and it's brought back for a free kick. That free kick is sent forward by Luke, who's number 4 picks it up, but he's stretching, and that ends up going out for a throw on the near side. And so it's Elliot with that long throw into the box. It's over Mike's head, hits Kieran, and that goes out for the goal kick. Goal kick's taken by the number 5, and on the end of it, as per usual, is Kieran. And as the ball goes through, Nick looks to get onto the end of it, but the referee's blowing up, and we've got an issue. As you can see there, Kieran in some distress. Easily the best player on the pitch for us at this stage. He's landed funny from that header, and as he fell, all of his weight went onto his arm, and he's dislocated his elbow. He was in some pain and didn't want to be moved. He wanted to wait for the ambulance to get here. Unfortunately, the ambulance took 45 minutes to arrive. Eventually stuck him on the gas and air, and that helped him with the pain a bit. And then finally wheeled off the pitch to a round of applause. On behalf of everyone at the club, just want to wish Kieran a speedy recovery, although we are going to rule him out for the rest of the season. Two Goods on the field now. He's replaced Kieran, and we're ready to get on with the game. Now, obviously, thanks to video editing, you haven't had to wait too long, but this, like I say, is 45 minutes later, as Two Good picks up the ball here, plays it onto Knowlesy, who's on the overlap, gets beyond 93 as he sticks it across the goal. Number 4's missed it, but he recovers well as he blocks the shot from Connor there, and we could have easily have doubled our lead very quickly. We've got a throw now on the near side with Graham, who sends it into the box, headed on by Nick. It's across the goal. Two Good can't latch onto it. The keeper's on him, and it is cleared once more by Gateway. Another throw in now on the far side, this time from Luke, as he sends it up to Nick. He's holding it up from number 93 here. Twists and turns, but he's sandwiched between the 93 and the number 8 and goes down for a free kick. So it's Luke that steps up to take this one. No Kieran, but Connor's there, but that is well wide and over. Wover. Full of throw-ins in this game. This time it's Elliot on this near side who sends it into the box. Cleared away. Cleared once more by 23. And that's a nice little flick on from 10 there onto 20. And we know he's quick. Dan's trying to chase him, but it's going to be tough to keep up with him. Mike's done well to track back, and we've already seen a Palmer sandwich. That, my friends, there is the Gateway sandwich. Free kick goes in from number 8, but Frack does well to keep both hands on it and takes Elliot out in the process. Here's Luke now on that far side, spreading it out to this near side, but that is brought back for a free kick. The ref spotted something that we didn't catch on camera, and 23 goes into the book. That's £10 to Essex FA. Here's Knowlesy now sending the ball forward, and on the end of it is number 20. Clean volley there into the face of number 4. He's completely wiped out. Obviously, being a head injury, you need to stop the game. And I was going to say it's lucky it's not a mitre ball, because otherwise he'd be dead. But actually, do you know what? I think it is a mitre ball.
Go on, turn.
It bloody well is. You can see Knowlesy holding it there, and this lad has got up to tell the story. What an absolute hero. Blood on the shirt, though, so the ref wants him to change that. And then we move on as number 23 sticks it up onto the edge of the box, chested down by number 20. Looks to get beyond Dan there, but Dan gets the foot in. Frank then drops the ball. It's all over the place, but eventually recovers well. Or bus on a Sunday. Not seen one of them before, as Elliot takes over from Nick here. Goes forward, but number 15 beats him to it. And as you can see, on that far side, the ambulance has only just left. I don't know what they've been doing with Kieran in there, but either way, the ball is clear. Out to Two Good here as he gets beyond number 2 here. Looks to get the shot in, and he does. Just past the post. Unlucky. He's Tony over that far side now with a long throw up towards Connor. He looks to nod it on, but it comes back to Luke, who sends it forward for Nick. Late challenge from 15 there. Nick goes down, and that is a free kick. Been a very stop-start game, this one, as Luke sends it up towards that back post. Mike brilliantly keeps it in there, but it's the number 15 that's going to beat him to it as he looks to put it up the line, but it's a foul from behind from Mike. Slight afters from 15 there as well. Now they're squaring up to each other. I could do handbags, but I will save it. I'm due to fly out to Paris and Milan, and I'll come back with the latest trends for you another time. What's going on here, you ask? Well, I do know that Graham's throwing it up the line, but other than that, I can't help you anymore. But Connor does come away with the ball here, flicks it onto Nick at the edge of the box. That is cleared by number 6, but only as far as Tony here. He gets it under control. He looks to go past number 8, but that's a late challenge from him there. And we find ourselves with another free kick, but the ref's not done. Number 8 goes into the book, and that's another £10 to Essex FA. Ice cream van on a Sunday. But back to the game as Luke sends the ball forward. Number 5 heads that wide of the goal there, and that's out for the corner. And so it's Two Good that takes the corner. I'm a fan of his deliveries, but unfortunately no one can get on the end of it as number 6 gives it to 15, and he clears it up the field to where number 20 is. 20 then gets it under with his chest, hits it forward towards number 10 here. Luke goes down unchallenged. I'm not too sure what's happened there. He must have hurt his ankle or something as number 10 plays it forward, but Frank's off of his line there as number 8 looks to come in. Great little save from him there. Dan wants him to pick it up, and he does pick it up. Well done, Frank. Frank then hits that ball up the field, and it's a higher one as well. Mike looking to get it under control, and he does so here, but number 4 heads it away. Number 20 there through the back on Mike, and that's another free kick for us. Here's Graham with the delivery now, and it's headed towards that back post, but that's an easy one in the end for the keeper. No one able to get onto it. The keeper immediately sends Gateway on the counter here as he throws it up towards number 10. Nice little flick from him here, and number 20 is bearing down on Graham, and he's got ahead of him as well as he pokes the ball past Frank, who's in no man's land here.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, my fault's exactly. Unfortunately, Tony couldn't keep the ball out the back of the net, and Gateway have only gone and levelled it up just before half-time. Kick-off. And from that goal, looks like our opponents have got a bit of momentum as 23 makes his way forward. Tony wins it back and gives it to Two Good. Not too sure what he's thinking here, but he back-heels it into the path of number 8. He gets beyond Tony here. He fires his shot from the edge of the box there. That's just past the post. And after doing a real good job in this first half against the league favourites, we've almost collapsed in the last couple of minutes. And that, my friends, was the last action of the first half, and it's all set up for a tense second. But as you know, we're never ones to take things too seriously. seriously. Nick and Tuga queuing up for an ice cream. And while they sort themselves out, it's time to give you a little announcement, a little update. Boom, there you go. There's your update. A few weeks ago, we announced that we are expanding as a club. We're inviting both boys and girls from the age of 6 to 16 to play in the Orange and Black next year of Palmer's FC. Now, ahead of this video, we've actually put it out on the socials, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Be sure to follow us on there for future updates. We've had a lot of people from the ages of 17 upwards ask if there's any availability for them to come and join. Now, the issue we have with that is the current team that you are watching, the ones that you've fallen in love with, is pretty much from 17 upwards. However, judging by all the messages, it's sort of 17, 18, 19-year-olds. So what I would like to do is offer a Palmer's FC under 21 squad as well. And here's how the youth team, 6 to 16, and the under 21 squad can get involved. 20th of May, you can join us at Lakeside Sports Ground. You come down, you sign up, you leave your details. We'll answer any questions that you may need. You can meet the current squad. You can have a kickabout as well. And I must point out that those under the age of 18 must be accompanied by a parent/guardian. Now, even ahead of this announcement, we've already got a couple of age groups slowly forming, including an under 14s girls team. They're starting training on the 5th of May. That's a Friday, 7 to 8 at the Lakeside Sports Ground. So if you're of that age in the area, get down there. That's all very exciting times for the club as Nick and Nosey eye up number 23's boots there. It looks a lot like Luke Shaw to me, but anyway, let's crack on with the second half. Kick off. So we start things off with a ball over the top to Nick, but number 5 is on hand to put that up the line towards number 23. That's gone under his foot and out for a throw.
Go on, hit the side front, mate.
You guys have obviously got no idea what's happened there, but Nick's opted for a slush puppy at half-time rather than an ice cream. He's plonked it on the halfway line and said that he's going to have it throughout the game. The ball's come along, hit the slush puppy. Andrew's excited. Game over. He's number 1 picking up the ball. Interesting number for an outfield player. Previously was number 4, who had a mitre ball to the face, blood over the shirt, so he's had to change it. Now, Too Good's on his case here. His number 1 looks to get around him. That ends up coming off a Graham and out for a corner. Is that corner whipped in now over everybody's head? Number 10 gets his to it though, but that is just over the bar. Here's Frank now sending the ball up the field from the goal kick. On the end of it is number 6, but that comes off the back of Too Good's head and into the path of Mike here, who plays it up the line towards Connor. Not got much support at this point as he enters the box. Fires it with the right there. Keeper makes the save, can't hold on to it, and that's a corner. Meanwhile, the quickest referee in Essex is on the go. Quicker than Luke as well, as you can see there. Makes his way into the box and sees Frank on the floor. Now, when he took his goal kick, you can see his ankle goes on his left foot. All his weight went on it. And I can tell you, talking from experience, that is painful. So we go from the quickest referee to the quickest in the team now. It's Sam, as he throws a cold spray. Nearly hits number 10 on the head there. And now Frank's getting some treatment. Hopefully he'll be alright. Meanwhile, Nick's sorting out his slush puppy, getting all the dirt that landed in it from when it fell over. But more importantly, we had a corner. Forgot about that as Nosey whips it in over everyone's head, and that's cleared by number 8. Is Elliot now throwing the ball in towards Nick, who's being handled on the edge here. Referee plays on as Nick has still got the ball. It comes back to Elliot as he looks to go beyond number 93 there. He's caught, and that adds to the ever-growing tally of free kicks in this game. Nosey now with the left, whipping it into the box. Elliot with a glancing header there. Number 2 heads it back out. Number 93 heads it one more, and now number 8 is on his way with Gateway. But Luke does well to get back and stop any kind of counter from our opponents. We just made a substitution. Graham's come off and Tomo's made his way onto the field. I didn't even know he's a sub, but he's introduced himself fairly quickly there as he takes out number 20 free kick. The free kick's taken by number 8, but there's too much on that, and that goes out for a goal kick. We're back down the other end now, and Andrew's just got himself a slush puppy, so I think the camera work might be all over the place at this point, but Elliot heads it forward. Keeper's off the line. Connor and Nick go for the same ball there. In the end, it was Connor that caught it, and that is well wide of the goal. 93 now with the throw into number 10, who flicks it over the top to number 8. Frank stayed on his line here. Tomo does well to intercept, and that goes out for the corner. Corner's whipped into the box by the number 1, I believe it is. Eventually hits number 15 last and goes wide of the goal. Here's Nick and number 15 tussling in the middle now. 15 gets a boot to it and sends it forward for number 8, who nods it on, but that's only into the path of Tony, who sticks it forward for Nosey. His control has unfortunately let him down there. Number 8 then picks it up and pings it forward for number 20, chested down, and for some reason, I don't know why, Frank is well off of his line here, goes in with a challenge, completely takes out number 20, and that is another free kick. It was an odd decision by Frank. Only he knows why he came off his line that far, but anyway, he's going to go into the book now, and that, my friends, is £10 to Essex FA. The ball swung into the box from the free kick, but luckily for us, nothing comes of it. Moving on, and Mike's looking to get away from number 6 here. Arms all over the place from both players here. It's eventually blown up by the referee, and the referee's giving it in favour of Gateway. I guess it could have gone either way, really, but they've taken the free kick quickly of number 8. He puts it up to number 20 here. He sticks it into the box. It's over Dan's head, into number 10, who puts it back first time. Luke's there to clear it. Dan once more, and Gateway are looking the more likely at this moment in time to score next as it's sent back in by number 2. Clearance by Tomo there. It falls back down into number 6. Another clearance by Tomo. 2 heads it out this time, but luckily for us, nobody's out there. and Knowles is simply left to collect it as he brings it forward. He's under a little bit of pressure from number 86 here as he sticks it down the line to Connor. Nice little bit of 1-2 play from them. Tackle goes in, picked up by Elliot as he sends it over the top here. Flag's gone up on the far side. Referees chose to ignore it. The ball came off of the Gateway player, I'm told, as Nick makes his way forward. He's taken out by the number 1 there, and that is a free kick to us. Understandably, Gateway players are very frustrated by that decision. Number 8's run a long way to make his feelings heard. Now, he's already been booked as well, and he needs to be careful. And so it's Mike that steps over this one as he dinks it into the box. Elliot looks to get the head on it. Number 15 wins it 93 away, but Knowlesy picks it up as he gets it off of number 6. Looks to be on his way now, but 93 wins it back, and that's a throw for us. As expected, Elliot takes that throw, and it's a long one into the box, headed away by the number 15. Beyond too good there, but he does look to put it back to Tony. Sunday League struggles now as it bobbles up beyond Tony now, but Tomo's there on hand to win the ball back for us. Tomo's done very well since he's come on as the throw comes in, gets there ahead of number 10, and that's out for a corner this time. As we say goodbye to the ice cream van, the ball's whipped in. Number 10 gets his head on that. Frank's off of his line, seems to be in no man's land again. It's bouncing around as number 20 looks to poke it home. Dan saves the day and clears it up the field. And Connor's on the end of this one here as he looks to get beyond the number 2. Sees Mike running as well and puts it forward for him. And this is what Mike's good at, putting pressure on defenders. And he's got 2 to deal with here. He's dealt with 93, but 15 there with a last-ditch tackle to send it away from Mike. 15 probably Gateway's best player at the back today. Moving on, it's a ball over the top and Knowlesy wins his header there. It falls to Luke, who fails to clear it properly. 10 then with a header into Luke. Not much he could have done about that, but it's a free kick for handball. And so it's number 8 that stands over this one, hits it on target, but Frank's equal to it. We've got a throw now for Gateway over this near side. It's a long one into the box. Mike wins his header there. 8 doesn't seem to be happy with the challenge as 15 looks to put it into the box, but it's blown up by the ref. And it looks like he wants another word with him here. Actually, he's opened his book up, and having already been booked, it looks like number 8's about to get sent off. Yep, there's the second yellow card produced. And following that, there's your red card. Gateway down to 10 men with 13 minutes plus stoppage time to go. He's not happy. Not happy at all. Just made our third and final change of the game, and it's Knowlesy that's made way for Sam, who sticks the ball down the line here for Connor. He looks up and puts it into the box. On the end of this one is Mike. As the ball falls down, he hits it, but number 1's there to block the shot. We're trying to turn the screw now with this man advantage as Luke heads it forward. Connor up for the header, but number 2 goes through the back of him. That's a free kick. And rather than sending it into the box, Tomo sends it down the line to Sam, who gets onto that right of his, puts it into the box. Nick with the header there, but that just loops over the bar. Here's Frank now clearing the ball up the field, and on the end of that one is Mike, completely bundled over by the 15, and that is yet another free kick. And standing over that one is Tomo, and this time he does send it into the box. On the end of it is Connor, who nods it on for Dan. If only he realised the space he had, he could have brought it down, but he tried to hook it towards goal, and it wasn't to be in the end. Final chance of the game now. Sam loses out to 93. Too good then puts it forward to Nick. Nick gives it back to Sam on this near side. He's looking for an outlet, and he gets that there as he pokes it through to Nick. He hits it with a weaker left, and that, my friend, sails over the bar. There you have it. It ends 1-1. We couldn't make the man advantage count in the end. Such a shame about Kieran. If he had still been on the field, I feel like we could have probably gone on and won that game because we started very, very well. But that result pretty much confirms us out of the running to win this league, I'm afraid. Our opponents today, Gateway, probably favourites to win it alongside Scruttons, and they'll be happy that we've taken a couple of points off them today. So potentially for the last time this season, we are top of the league. We are top of the league, but as you can see, Gateway with the 3 games in hand there. Scruttons with the 6 games in hand on us. 4 games to go in this one. We've got Gateway again in a couple of weeks' time. We also have Scruttons twice and United Ockenden, who's sitting down in 10th as well. So there you have it. That brings us to the end of this one. No shame in the result today. Boys did well. It just wasn't to be in the end. Thanks again for all your support, and we will see you in the next one.